Okay, so we're back again with more Remy Reacts. This time we've got a bit of a feature. It's not quite an influencer feature or a celebrity or anything like that. This is something much more genuinely inspired, I think.
Oh, Apprentice Legs is definitely a celebrity. All right. So this one is from Katie, and it says, "Hey Remy, it's Apprentice Legs' wife. This is from him/his. His name is Joshua. He goes by Nefarious Activities. My hat's off to you, sir. Appreciate all the work you have done and continue to have done. Love all of it. Rock on, bro. Here's my submission of all my trash, the bad, the worst, and the trash." And let's...
Heavy emphasis on the trash.
I love it.
Yeah, most of this is the trash. I don't know where the best is, but probably the best I see immediately is the script of his nickname or handle or whatever.
Right? Everybody's got one these days.
Yeah, it seems
we live
like...
in the internet world.
Yeah, but like some people get cool nicknames and other people get like lame ones. Like Rick's got a buddy named Taco, or like he was telling me about his friend named Burger. Like how do you get that nickname?
I don't know.
Do you just eat a lot of burgers?
You have a brother you call Burger.
Yeah, I guess so. Uncle Hat.
And Burger.
Yeah, anyway, funny nicknames. I don't know how they come about. You can't give yourself a nickname though.
I did.
No, it doesn't work that way. You can't, like, it has to happen to you or to it to be like correct, you know? Like it has to just kind of, come to you. Anyway,
I don't have one yet. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Nefarious Activities.
Yeah. Wonder how that comes to be. Is he just like the modern day Dennis the Menace, or what's the deal here?
He must be. He's up to some nefarious activities.
Is it
Okay,
an
let's
adult?
go. Swipe. Doggy.
Yeah.
Hi.
So I like the dog. I think the dog is the star of the show.
What's
No
his
offense
name?
to any of these tattoos on the legs, but this dog is taking most of my focus. What breed is this?
I don't know. I want to hug it.
Yeah, dogs always put me in a good mood. You know, a dog walked by the other day, and I was having a pretty bad day, and I just couldn't help but smile.
Or when Terry brought Kiva, and I wanted to die.
Is it Kiva or Kisa?
Kiva.
Oh, whatever it is. It's a nice dog, and it makes me happy.
It's a nice doggo. You could call it whatever. It's deaf.
So there's a lot of chaos going on here, and right away I can notice a 1981 in there.
Is that your age?
Yeah, sure. He was born in 1981.
A little bit older than Remy and I.
Just a little bit.
Oh, I see a
blorb.
A blorb.
I see a blorb, and I think I see
blorb.
fuck off.
I see Jason.
Yeah.
I see no God.
I see several blorbs.
I see Such Is Life.
I see a very tiny woman on the inside.
Skull scissors.
The scissors are kind of cool. The scissors have like a face.
Yeah, like skull scissors.
Yeah, they're like teethy face scissors.
Does it say unless?
Unless something. I'm sure that's part of something.
A moon, a blorb.
No, there's all kinds of blorbs and little skulls. I think I see a boo.
A coffin.
A big boo.
Something about dirt.
This is like a scavenger hunt of nonsense.
I spy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he really bore it all here.
He did.
Bore? I think that's the word.
Bared?
I don't think bared is the word.
He bared it all.
Yeah, I don't think that works.
I see a graveyard.
I like the graveyard. I think it's cool. He's got some decent stuff mixed in with this terrible stuff, but the problem is when you sandwich like okay stuff in between a whole bunch of horse shit, it all just looks like a tapestry of nonsense.
I love all of the horse shit that's happening. I also really like the necklace choices here. These are great.
I think that worm up top is probably my favorite part.
It's a snake.
You can call it a snake, but it's not a snake. It's a worm.
Snake.
So it's a worm.
Snake.
Anyway, I like the worm, and like some of these skulls on his arm and his chest aren't too bad.
Yeah. It looks like the shading's kind of decent on some of them. They just look ancient.
How many skulls do you think? Do you think he could have a world record for most skulls in his bodysuit? There's some pretty dumb world records out there. Let's add that to the pile.
Yeah, most skulls.
Yeah, no, like the back tattoos look like they're,
Pinhead
probably
was coming along pretty good, and
I don't think coming along is the right word. I think he's probably finished. That's the Terrifier.
I wanted to call him the Violator, and I was like, that's not the Violator.
No, he's not the Violator. The Violator's from Spawn.
I know.
Violator's short, fat clown. This guy's like tall, thin clown.
Right?
So, yeah, no, the Terrifier is a relatively new horror icon, so that's probably one of the newer ones. And judging by the way the black looks, it looks like they did this when they're getting a little bit better at tattooing.
Yeah.
So.
What do you think this symbol is?
I don't know that I know what that symbol is, but I've seen it before.
This hand is awful.
Yeah, the hand looks like it looks like it only has 2 fingers and a thumb.
The anatomy is quite weird.
But there are more than 2 fingers. That skull hand tattoo is in there way better than it has any right to be, though, I will say.
It looks like we stirred some blackout on the other hand, too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some more coming.
No way.
Yeah, no,
He's got a fantastic body,
I think he's got more space left before it gets there. But I think the reason why I say there's probably going to be blackout coming is because I think that this fella here has a real genuine interest in being tattooed.
You know, I just found my favorite tattoo.
What's that, the mom?
This weird coffin.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at it.
It's got a keyhole. Is that it? I don't know that I love it.
I like it.
I think that worm is much better. I think the worm is much better. But yeah, no, I think this guy has a genuine interest in being tattooed. It's like much less about like aesthetics and more about just like catharsis and memory and like, you know, taking notes and like the journey part of it. But that doesn't necessarily have to be about pictures.
Right?
Right? Like, because like I can remember where I'm at or where I was at when I got any single session done kind of thing.
I think like this kind of bodysuit, like I've been seeing on the internet people getting ignorant tattoos.
This predates that.
I know. So that's what I was going to say.
They wish that they had this much
that's
personality.
exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say that this is what those ignorant quote unquote tattooers are trying to copy.
Yeah,
right?
to some degree.
And you can't.
You can't reproduce an accident, you know what I mean?
Right?
Like, this whole thing happened by mistake. When you try and plan it to look like this, it doesn't look like this.
No. But like that's just what it reminds me of, right?
Yeah.
They want this aesthetic, but you can't. You can't.
This has to be cobbled together over a period of a lifetime.
And this has to be like, you know, someone learning.
Not even just that, but just like collecting as they go. Right? You can't go in and go, I want a sleeve of nonsense. Give me every different style at every different level of skill and size and fucking placement. Don't give me anything placed well. You know, like it can't. If you set out to do this on purpose, you will fail every time.
Yeah.
You'll get something that looks too nice and too intentional.
I really like this one little quote that says "damage is done."
Oh, he's got lots of fun little quotes.
Oh, there's so many good ones like that, like pertain to what's going on, such as life, damage is done. I feel like there's one.
The best would have been, this was all I could
live for the day.
If he could have done one that said, this was all I had time for.
Oh, that would have been a good one too. Like a little 5 minutes, like.
Yeah, I had $10. Like things like that would be cool.
I had $100. I got a tattoo.
Yeah, this is the one like exception to my general rule of like having your full torso done, where I actually think that if you do the nipples here, it takes away.
I just realized that this one says "Hail Satan." I was like, "Not Satan,"
yeah, no,
and then it says "Hail Satan."
It says, yeah, "Hail Satan," and then there's "Not Today, Satan." I think on another part.
No, I think it says "Not God." I think it says "Hail Satan, not God."
We're just cruising through here and having looks, but yeah, he should definitely get into his ass, do something funny there.
I like the weird blackout happening underneath the "Hail Satan."
Yeah, the translucent blackout that's falling apart in area. It kind of has this look of like mold, right? Like, or like his leg is
black
rotting.
mold on your leg.
Like, it really does the trick to not highlight that nautical star that's vanishing into an oblivion.
Just get rid of the nautical star.
I
Everything
mean,
else is so much better.
I think if you were talking about what looks good, you'd probably be blacking everything out. realistically.
I like
if
it.
If we're going for like aesthetics, I'm not saying it's all horrible.
This
like,
is aesthetically pleasing.
well, it is in a way, but like if you were like a perspective connoisseur of aesthetics, you would not be going for this. This is against, or at the very least agnostic to aesthetics.
Anti-aesthetic.
Which is part of why I like it, because I think tattoos have become too aesthetic to a large degree, and I feel like there isn't as much genuine interest in the game theoretic part of it anymore, to the extent that people are getting put under to get tattoos to look. Oh yeah, anesthetics. It's happening all the time now. I just seen another one, 7-hour back piece. They had a team of artists. I use the term slightly loosely there. Dressed like surgeons, tattooing a guy for 7 hours. He wakes up with a back piece, and this is counter that, and that's why. I have a real love for this as opposed to any of that nonsense.
Sounds sketchy and nonsense.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for someone to not wake up and then them blame the tattoo, not the fucking anesthetic. Because that's what will happen.
Oh, yeah.
That will happen. That's not a maybe. That will happen eventually. And then the whole industry will catch fire for a couple of pussies getting work done where they can't feel literally anything. No shame to people who use numbing cream. At least they're there for it.
Yeah.
But this is much more of an indulgence in the process and the culture and the love of game. And for that, it may as well be a 10 out of 10 as far as I see. This whole bodysuit. Keep it up. You've got some space to go. And when you're done here, just know that you've got a big black magic eraser waiting for you to start all over again.
And you don't have enough upside down crosses, so get more.